clays flying, engines roaring full. Side by side, leaning into the fight, chasing that checkered flag at night. We're burning up dirt, kicking up dust. Ain't nothing like racing with the rest of us. Finished steel, we're tough as nails. One lap closer, bringing trails from green to checkered, all out attack. We're born for the dirt, ain't looking back. Got mud in the gears, fuel in the veins, working all week just to feel this strain. On the edge, we don't play it safe. Running that wall, we're hitting the brakes. We're burning up dirt, kicking up dust. Ain't nothing like racing with the rest of us. Finished steel, we're tough as nails. One lap closer, bringing trails from green to checkered, all out attack. We're born for the dirt, ain't looking back. In the pits, we're family bound by grease and grit, building dreams from the ground. There's no quit. We live for the thrill. Speed's our desire. When we hit the track, we're playing with fire. We're burning up dirt, kicking up dust. Ain't nothing like racing with the rest of us. Finished steel, we're tough as nails. One lap closer, breaking trails from green to checkered, all out attack. We're born for the dirt, ain't looking back.
Welcome back, everybody, for the ARCA Clay Clash. I don't know if you guys noticed, but the number 84 is back, and he is not missing a beat at the top of the charts, but he definitely has some. He didn't make it if he was trying to get in. This thing filled up pretty quick. He is currently quick time right now, Landon Moody, but Timothy not too far behind him. Neither is Robbie Swan, Jalen Mills, or Logan Anderson, as it is looking to be a wild one here tonight. We got a lot of really good drivers setting to do battle here tonight. It should be a good one. Michael Swank has made his way back. Nick Brundage, our Monday night winner, is in here. We got Damian Ward, Trey Pasica, all set to run here tonight. It should be a wild one, as these guys are out on the track here, putting in some practice, getting ready for qualifying here in about 2.5 minutes. Got Timothy and Moody side by side. Timothy going to jump the berm, slides in front of Moody. Big mistake out of Timothy right there. What's up, Riley? How you doing? What's up, Braden Ward? See you guys out there. Of course, I see you, Demon. What's up, buddy? As we are getting ready for tonight's race, it is looking to be a good one here tonight. Oh, you got a new sim room. Nice. Or made a room your sim room. Hold on real quick. I am going to ask my daughter to bring my charger for my phone. Because it is about to die. And I guess that's what kids are for, right? All right. So Moody is at the top of the charts. Nobody is going to outrun him. The OGs need to come. We got Robbie Swan in here. Nick. What's up, Debbie? What's up? What's up? Thanks, everybody, for coming out. I've seen a few people practicing before this one. Definitely some good ones. I expect some big things out of, Jalen Mills, Logan Anderson, and Drew Dawson. I did see Chris Rowe putting in some extra time in practice before this one. Oh, God, Timothy is going to go ahead and wreck Moody right there. Let's go check on Andrew Crash Register in the number 52 machine. The Black's Tire machine. Michael Swank out on the track right now, as that is going to be the end of qualifying. We are going to get ready for tonight's qualifying. Moody is back. Yes. All right, guys, you have 3 laps here, 3 minutes. Use them how you want them. All right, let's see who's going to be the first one to jump. Timothy going to be out there quick. Timothy, I expect to give a little bit of trouble to Landon Moody here tonight in that number 30. He is always quick. Robbie is one of Focus's guys. He's definitely a true OG. He's back from the Ryko days. What's up? What's up? Man, what a rough season for our division, huh? All right, so Timothy out there putting down a lap time. Let's see who is going to put it at the top of the charts here tonight. As Timothy going to put down the first time a 20.661. Can it hold on? Drew Dawson, Jalen Mills, Kyle Todd, and Cameron Jacobs currently your top 5. Logan Anderson going to steal that number 5 spot. Let's see who else puts a lap time down here tonight. Damian Ward to the top of the charts with a 20.559. Damian Ward's going to come out and make a little bit of noise. Okay, where is... I just had him. Where'd he go? Landon Moody currently 9th quick in the number 84. Young Money is back. Nice, Demon. All right, let's see if Moody is struggling right here. Can he pick up the time? He is 2 laps into this one, working on his 3rd lap. Damian Ward at the top of the charts. Will Landon Moody be starting deep in his heat race? We're going to find out here as he comes out of turn number 4 to the line. Landon Moody in the number 84. Will he jump to the top of the charts? He's going to jump 5th quick with a 20.749. He is 0.2 of a second off. Nick Brundage going to jump up to the number 2 spot. So Brundage out there putting in a heater. Our Monday night modified winner. He's going to go ahead and bail out of that lap. Let's see if he's going to try to get another lap in. Does he have enough time? He's got about 30 seconds left. Robbie Swan is deep in the pack right now. He is looking to pick up his time in the number 42 machine. Yeah. Couple good guys still out there putting in a lap. Robbie Swan could pull an upset here in the number 42. Brundage is back out on the track right now. He's another one. Let's see if Robbie Swan can jump that number 42 up to the top of the charts. He's going to jump 6th quick, pushing Moody back to 8th. Oh, boy, this is going to be a wild one for Landon Moody. I can't believe how deep Moody is. All right, that is heat race number 1. As these guys going to jump out on the track right now. Let's go ahead and go through these lineups, and then I'll go ahead and give them a quick little driver's meeting here. Swank going to give me a car up at the front to jump on. Starting on the pole here tonight. In the number 32 machine, it is going to be Damian Ward. Outside of him, in the number 30, it's going to be Timothy Mesmer. Starting inside, row number 2, in the number 6 machine, it's going to be Michael Swank. Outside of him, in the number 24, it's going to be Kyle Todd. Starting inside, row number 3, in the number 93, it's going to be Logan Anderson. Outside of him, in the number 52, it's going to be Andrew Crash Register. Starting inside, row number 4, in the number 07 machine, it's going to be Braden Wares. Outside of him, in the number 18, it's going to be Chris Rowe. Starting inside, row number 5, in the number 4 machine, it's going to be Chris Sleep. I don't know if Bradley's going to start or not, but he is set to start outside of Chris Sleep in the number 89 in 10th. Going to be Charlie Hauser in the number 11 spot, and Luke Sporting in the 12th. All right, looks like Luke is going to start from pit road as these guys roll around the track. We're going to go jump up to the spotter Sam. They're ARCA cars. All right, guys, this is going to be 8 laps here, no caution flags. Top 6 transfer through. If you guys have not been here before, all starts will be on leader. Out of 3 and 4, you can give the pace car a little bit of room. On the leader in the middle of 3 and 4, on out. Biggest thing here, guys, is chat. If you got a problem with somebody, I don't care if you want to mic up and tell someone they're a freaking moron. But leave it at 1 and done if you do keep it going. That is the easiest way to get removed here. Obviously, no straight line and no dumb shit. Go out there, have some fun, and do some good racing. All right, looking for the green flag as they come out of turn number 4. When will Ward fire off? Green flag is out. Top 6 transfer through. Damian Ward going to lead him down into turn number 1 and 2. Why'd you say my bad, Jacob? Oh, yeah. It's an old cup car, basically. as they come out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. They're going to single file it out real quick here. It's going to be interesting to see how this track progresses as Braden Ware's going to give the door to Crash Register. Out of turn number 4, battle is for that number 6 spot as Braden Wares tries to race his way in. Register trying to hold in that transfer spot side by side as Swank looks up underneath Mesmer as they come down the back straightaway into 3 and 4. Swank going to get back in line 2 sideways into turn number 3. Oh, big bobble out of Anderson. Here comes Register up underneath the number 93 of Anderson. He's going to take that number 5 spot, gives himself some cushion. Braden Ware shoves it in there and wrecks himself off the nose of Logan Anderson. Back up to the front, Damian Ward going to lead the way down into turn number 3 and 4. It is going to be 3 laps complete when they come across the line, this time by top 4 single file. Register trying to close the gap as Anderson sits in that final transfer spot as they come across the line. I know that guy, yeah. Should have stayed quiet. Yeah, you don't want to admit that, do you? You know, it's Braden Wares, a.k.a. Cody Ware, right? Just kidding. Back up to the front. It is going to be all Damian Ward leading the way as it looks like Charlie going to have some issues at the back. Damian Ward into turn number 1 and 2. Let's see, where is... Okay, he's going to be back out on the track, out of the way as Timothy going to bang the wall out of turn number 2. Here comes Swank putting the pressure back on Timothy as they come out of turn number 4 down the front straightaway. Thank you guys for the likes as they come across the line. Timothy going to grab the wall. 3 laps to go. 3 laps ago opens the door for Michael Swank as Timothy grabbed the wall down the front straightaway. Swank going to hold the bottom down into turn number 3 and 4. Swank going to jump the berm, slides up the track, almost makes contact, has to get on the binders. That's going to open the door for Kyle Todd. Kyle Todd looking to cook. Thank you for the follow as they head into turn number 1 and 2. Here comes Kyle Todd up underneath. They're almost 3 wide per second out of turn number 2. Yeah, Swank is digging as they come down. What's up, Ben? As they come into turn at number 3 and 4. Todd's going to try to shove it up in there. Almost makes contact with Swank as they come out of turn number 4. It is going to be white flag. 1 lap to go for Damian Ward. Damian Ward has some pretty clear sailing here. Looks like Anderson is pretty safe. We're going to stay on this battle here as Register has joined the party as they come down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. Out of turn number 4. Damian Ward looking for the checkered flag. Checkered flag. What's up, Robert? That is hilarious. Ward is going to take the win. Mesmer in second. Swank, Kyle Todd, Andrew Register, and Anderson going to the feature. Everybody else off to the LCQ. Some good run there, guys. The track will get better. All right, so good run for heat race number 2. We're going to go ahead and line them back up here. And it is going to be, man, it is weird seeing Moody that far back in the pack. It is going to be the number 23 of Nick Brundage starting on the pole here tonight in heat race number 2. Outside of him in the number 8, it's going to be Drew Dawson. Starting inside row number 2 in the number 42 machine, it is going to be Robbie Swan. Outside of him in the number 84, it's going to be Landon Moody. Starting inside row number 3 in the number 77 machine, it's going to be Trey Pasica. Outside of him in the number 20, it's going to be Jalen Mills. Man, that is a very, very, very good 3 rows right there, and it doesn't get any much worse back here as it is going to be the number 12 of Jared Anderson starting on the inside of row number 4. Outside of him in the number 21 machine, it's going to be Gary Edwards. Starting inside row number 5 in the number 55 machine, it's going to be Cameron Jacobs. Outside of him in the number 66, it's going to be Bill Sleep. Then rounding out the field here tonight in row number 6 on the inside in that number 14 machine, it's going to be Corbin Mooney. Outside of him in the number 15, it is going to be David Mayo. All right, Nick, start's going to be on you anytime out of turn, in the middle of turn 3 and 4 on out, obviously up until the green flag. So it's on you, Nick. All right, so these guys lined up as they come out of turn number 4. They're going to get the 1 to go this time by. 1 to go. Yeah, you missed it. It filled up quick, Kenny. That's why I posted it in the Discord again. Make sure you're in there. As we got these guys stacked up into turn number 1 and 2. Should be a wild one here tonight. Could be D Ward's. D Ward, he's been close. Did he get one? He got one or got close to getting one at Oswego, I think. Oh no! Try and get back in there. I've been having internet issues. We had internet issues majorly last night. Obviously, I got SDK working today too. Yesterday we had an issue with that. I had to free ball one yesterday. This is week number 5. Out of turn number 4, looking for the green flag. Green flag is, oh, they get a little wonky there as they get on the gas. Brundage going to lead it down the front straightaway. Here comes Robbie Swan in that number 42. He's going to slide up the track. Dawson with the crossover out of turn number 2 as Mills going to make a move in that number 20 down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. Down into turn number 3 and 4. Moody is in an unfamiliar spot. He's currently in that final transfer spot in the number 6 position as they come out of turn number 4. Down the front straightaway looking for turn number 1 and 2. Going to be all Nick Brundage out front as Jalen Mills tries to work the bottom side. Pasica going to push up the track. Opens the door for Mills. Here comes Pasica looking back to his back bumper. Down into turn number 3 and 4. Dave, thank you for the like. Appreciate that as they head through turn number 3 and 4. Oh, yeah. The cold has been insane. Down into turn number 1 and 2. Here comes Moody with the slide on Pasica. No, he's going to keep it down low. Takes the spot. Gives himself a little bit of cushion. Battle for the Consi is just behind this one as we move up closer to the pack. Let's go take a look up at the front as Drew Dawson on the gas out of turn number 4. Robbie Swan stalking in that number 42 as Brundage continues to lead. Good run for Dawson out of turn number 2. Battle for the lead as they bang doors out of turn number 2. Oh, Dawson stayed in the gas, gave a big door to Brundage. Brundage not going to be happy about that. Robbie Swan going to take advantage, slides in between, takes the number 2 spot, back up underneath this Brundage out of turn number 4. Down the front straightaway into turn number 1 and 2. Brundage back to the bottom. He's going to get that door back right here. No, he kept it out of him, and they're 3 wide as Mills goes to the bottom out of turn number 2. I don't think Brundage knew they were 3 wide. Here comes Mills looking for second. Robbie's going to hang it strong on the outside as they come out of turn number 4. It is going to be 3 laps to go. Oh, no. Pasica goes around in turn number 3 and 4. He's going to take the toe. Back up to the front. Great battle for the number 2 spot. They're 3 wide. Here comes Moody down to the bottom side. Out of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway. Looking for 3 and 4. Moody's got to back out of it. Mills going to throw the slide. Oh, gets the bumper from Robbie. They're 3 wide again out of turn number 4. Out of turn number 4, they're going to be 3 wide once again. Here comes Brundage digging back to the bottom side. Moody has made his way up to second as Brundage gets split there as Robbie is to the outside. Here comes Mills back down low into turn number 3 and 4. Mills going to shove it into turn number 3 and 4 up the track. Back into the number 3 spot as they get the white flag this time by. What a battle for second on back as Dawson drives away from the field. Moody now in second. Mills in third. Here comes Robbie Swan in the number 42. Brundage just kind of sitting back. He knows tonight is 33. Yeah. Oh, Robbie gets the berm. It gets into the back of Mills. Mills going to save it as they come out of turn number 4. Checkered flag. Dawson with the win. Moody, Mills, Swan, Brundage, and Jacobs, Cameron Jacobs, going to make it in. Everybody else off to the LCQ. What a race for second. That was a wild freaking race at the front. All right. Wow. All right. Let's go ahead and Cameron's like, I made it and didn't have to do the B main. All right, top 4 going to transfer through. We got 12 cars in the LCQ. I don't know if Trey's going to join up. I don't think he was very happy after his heat race. We're going to find out here as we get ready for the LCQ. Starting on the pole here tonight in the number 18, it's going to be Chris Rowe. Outside of him in the number 14, it's going to be Corbin Mooney. Starting inside, row number 2 in the number 4 machine, it's going to be Chris Sleep. Outside of him in the number 12, it's going to be Jared Jackson. Starting inside, row number 3 in the 07 machine, it's going to be Braden Wares. Outside of him in the number 21, it's going to be Gary Edwards. Then it looks like Charlie Hauser is not going to be here, and it's going to be Bill Sleep in the outside of row number 4. Starting inside, row number 5, it's going to be Bradley Stefani. He's not in here. Outside of him, it's going to be David Mayo. Inside row number 6 is going to be Luke Swarting. Outside of him, it is going to be Trey Pasica. It does not look like Trey, Charlie, or Bradley gridded up. All right, Chris Rowe, start is going to be on you next time by, anywhere in the middle of 3 and 4 on out. Remember, there are no cautions. This is 10 laps, top 4, transfer through. There are some competitive cars in this one. I just want to make it clear that if you do take someone out for a transfer spot, it is very possible that I will give you a black flag, or I'll mic up and tell Moody to give you a black flag. So don't just do something stupid that takes out the person that's in the final transfer spot. That's all I ask. Accidents happen, but if it looks like dumb, I think you know what I'm saying. Looking for the green flag as they come out of turn number 4. Green flag is out. Chris Rowe going to be on the gas as they head into turn number 1 and 2. Oh my God, what a slide from Braden Wares. I say dumb, and Braden Wares says where. Out of turn number 2, down the back straightaway. Chris Rowe going to fall back as Mooney's going to take the lead in the B main. It's Corbin Mooney, not Moody, if that's what you're thinking. Down into turn number 1 and 2. Mooney going to be in the lead. Jackson Jared in second. Chris Rowe in third. Battle for that final transfer spot between Gary Edwards and Braden Wares as they head into turn number 3 and 4. Oh, it is getting tight. They're 3 wide. Oh, no. Oh, Braden just took him and Chris out. Little too much gas. He should have backed out. There was plenty of laps left as they head into turn number 1 and 2. Corbin going to lead the way. Here comes Jackson up underneath as they come out of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway. Right now, Chris Sleep is in the final transfer spot. Bill Sleep is 1 spot out. He's going to need a little bit of help as they come out of turn number 4. It is an open hosted, but yes, technically it is a league. I do keep points. Down into turn number 1 and 2. Top 3 nose to tail. These guys are in. How hard are they going to? No, you're good. You're good. It's not stupid. It looks, I struggle saying it because of Moody. So I don't think it's stupid as Mooney's going to lead the way as we got a battle for second as here comes Jared Jackson back up underneath Edwards as Edwards took the number 2 spot that time by. You're trying for the Hardy's car. Down the back straightaway, looking for turn number 3 and 4. Braden Wares is a couple spots out. He is going to need a lot of help as they come out of turn number 4. Going to be 5 laps complete, 5 laps to go. This track's starting to work in really nice. We're going to see a lot of lines here. We'll see some people running the bottom, some people running the top as we get into the feature here tonight. Big run for Edwards. Edwards looking for the lead in turn number 3 and 4. He's going to slide up, makes contact with the leader. These guys got to be careful. They're both in, and Jackson going to take advantage and takes the lead out of turn number 4. 4 laps to go. Oh, Mooney's not going to be happy with that one. Will he try to take a shot as they come out of turn number 2? Down the back straightaway. Gary Edwards going to close the gap on Jackson. Edwards has the speed. He's just got to get this thing figured out as they come out of turn number 4. Trying to figure out how to pass is a whole different thing here as it looks like Braden Wares makes his way around Sleep. Braden has the speed. He's just got to make some better moves here as we seen earlier. That is what knocked him out of this top 4, and he is now trying to race his way back up as they come out of turn number 4. They're going to get 2 laps to go this time by 2 laps to go. And there are a lot of new. Oh, Gary gets the burb. Almost takes out Jackson. Out of turn number 2, down the back straightaway, looking for turn number 3 and 4. I am keeping an eye on the battle for the transfer spot as Braden Wares tries to close in as Jared Jackson going to lead the way out of turn number 4. It is going to be 1 lap to go. Shane, thank you for the follow as they come across the line. 1 lap to go. Devin, by the way, thank you for the shares. They come out of turn number 2, down the back straightaway, looking for turn number 3 and 4. Still single file. Will Edwards make the move? He's got the run through turn number 3 and 4. Almost gives them a bumper. Looks for the cut down. Out of turn number 4. Battle for the lead. It's going to be Jared Jackson with the win in the B main. Gary Edwards in second. Corbin Mooney in third. Chris Sleep going to make his debut into the feature here tonight in the number 4. Braden Wares is out. Bill Sleep is out. David Mayo, Chris Rowe, all out of tonight's race. It is. It is. Yeah. It's a cool car. I like it. Wow. Good racing there. Good racing there. A little bit of, you can tell when they're newer because they got to struggle with that setup a little bit, but definitely getting it figured out here tonight as we are going to go ahead and line them up for tonight's starting lineup. All right, let's go ahead and get them out on the track here tonight. All right, guys, remember, 0 fast repairs, 50 laps here tonight. Take care of those cars. It is a long race. We will get some cautions here. Be patient. Usually the racing cleans up. We usually get a flurry of cautions somewhere in the race, and then it cleans up. All right, looking for tonight's starting lineup, starting on the pole here tonight in the number 32. He needs no introduction on the channel. It is going to be Damian Ward. Outside of him, in the number 8 machine, it's going to be Drew Dawson. Starting inside, row number 2, in the number 30 machine, it's going to be Timothy Mesmer on that controller. Outside of him, in the number 84, two-time series champion, Landon Moody. Starting inside, row number 3, in the number 6 machine, it's going to be Michael Swank. Outside of him, in the number 20, it's going to be Jalen Mills. Starting inside, row number 4, in the number 24, it is going to be Kyle Todd. Outside of him, in the number 42 machine, it's going to be Robbie Swan. Starting inside, row number 5, in the number 52 machine, it's going to be Andrew Crash Register. Outside of him, in the number 23 machine, it's going to be Nick Brundage. Starting inside, row number 6, in the number 93 machine, it's going to be Logan Anderson. Outside of him, in the number 55, it's going to be Cameron Jacobs. Then rounding out the field here tonight, starting on the inside of row number 7, in the number 12 machine, it's going to be our B-main winner, Jared Jackson. Outside of him, in the number 21, it's going to be Gary Edwards. Starting inside, row number 8, in the number 14 machine, it's going to be Corbin Mooney. Outside of him, in the number 4, rounding out the field here tonight, it is going to be Chris Sleep as they head through turn number 3 and 4, looking for that green flag. This time by Pace Truck is in, green flag is out. Oh, we got a few bobbles there as they come out of turn number 4 down the front straightaway. Looking for turn number 1 and 2. Here comes Timothy looking for the lead already. Can't quite get there. Big bobble out of Moody. Moody going to fall back to the bottom as he jumps the berm down the back straightaway. Big contact. Mills stuck in the middle of a little bit of bumper tag as we got a door from Anderson. They're still trying to figure it out as they come out of turn number 4. Everybody keeps it straight. 3 wide out of turn number 4. 1 lap in the book. Damian Ward leads the way into 1 and 2. Michael Swank in that number 3 spot. Oh, they tried to split them. They are still beating and banging further back in the back. Oh, no, Robbie hard in the wall. Down the back straightaway. Caution is going to come out this time. Oh, my God. Oh, God. Chris just smoked them. The bobbles were... oh, no. Brundage just gets in the back of them. Oh, that is unfortunate. Oh, big hit right there. Big hit. Big hit as Robbie Swan going to take a ton of damage in that number 42 machine. He's going to go down. I think he's going to have a bunch of damage on that rear end. Greg says, let's go, Damian. Lori says, let's go, Damian. Good luck, Damian. Robert saying, get her done, Damian Ward. Do you think Mark? I don't know if Mark would have fun scooter racing. All right, guys. It looked like there was a little bit of contact with Brundage and Robbie, and it just stacked up. Everybody kind of ran out of space there. It was hard racing. Everybody trying to get their feet underneath them. That is definitely going to hurt Pete as well. What's that? The bumper cover usually doesn't make a huge difference. You could lose the front bumper and they're still pretty fast. Robbie might be a crab walker. Yeah, you look fine. Oh, somebody's looking at your ass. All right, it's going green this time, guys. Green this time. What's up, Smiles? I seen you out there. Yeah, this is the only one tonight. Only one tonight. Looking for the green flag as they come out of turn number 4. No dots car, but there are a lot of cool cars out there. Take a look as the green flag is out. Green flag is out as they head into turn number 1 and 2. It's going to be Ward leading the way. Here comes Timothy with a big run to the outside. Oh, Register with a big move underneath Kyle Todd. Battle for the lead is Mesmer going to get up underneath Ward into turn number 3 and 4. Tries to slide. He does slide up the track. Ward lets him up, cuts underneath as they come out of turn number 4 to the line. It's going to be 3 laps complete. Down the front straightaway into turn number 1 and 2. It is Knoxville. As we got a great battle for the lead, is Swank going to hang in there in that number 6 machine as they come out of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. Ward continues to lead, nose to tail here. Let's go check on Moody. Where is Moody? Oh, Moody's in 5th. He's in a pretty good spot. Watch for Moody to get that feet up underneath him. He's a little bit rusty. Couple weeks off the sim, waiting on his PC. Might take him a little bit to get back in the swing of things as they come out of turn number 2. And this is an extremely tough field. So, you know, this is like Ethan Bowers like 4 or 5 times now. Oh, we got a caution, as there's an issue at the back of the pack. Let's go take a look and see what happened here. Oh, he just lost it. He lost it. Oh, no. Oh, that's unfortunate. Caution comes out for the second time here tonight. This track is a little bit slick right now. It is a lot of fun to watch. Yeah, he's got wheel damage. That thing did not want to turn, did it, Chris? Nate, thank you for the follow. I see the right front's a little jacked. All right, they're heading into turn number 1 and 2. One more lap of pace in here, I believe. They'll get the one to go next time by. It is going to be, I don't know. The ticker's been wrong here under caution forever for whatever reason. All right, so we are 5 laps into this one, so it's going to be 5 laps complete when they take the green flag. Still a long ways to go here. Once these guys get running, it is going to get awfully interesting. You can't park there yet. As they head through turn number 3 and 4, should get the one to go here. Yeah, Moody's here. Moody's back. He's sitting 5th right now. He's got a little bit of work to do. Definitely a little rusty. Nate, I don't remember if I said it, but thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. My daughter never brought me my charger. All right, we are going to send them this time by as they come out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. They're going to stack them up 2 by 2 out of turn number 2. I'll tell you what, the racing up at the front is pretty good. If we can get some good green flag laps, I'll tell you, you want to know a fun fact? Penis Pump, he is the only one on a controller, I believe. Is going to be the number 30 of Timothy Mesmer. As they come out of turn number 3 and 4, pace truck is in, green flag is out. Green flag is out. Good start by Timothy and Damian Ward. Timothy knew he was going to go a little bit early as they head into turn number 1 and 2. Down into turn number 1 and 2. Here comes a good run for Timothy. Oh, great run for Drew Dawson on the bottom. He's going to thread the needle up underneath Swank into turn number 3 and 4. Timothy going for the lead. He can't slide him. They're side by side on to turn number 4. Ward is going to lead this time by. Ward's going to lead them down into turn number 1 and 2. They're struggling a little bit in the back. Hopefully we can get some green flag laps as they head through turn number 1 and 2. Swank going to cut down with Moody up underneath him. Moody now up to the number 4 spot. Definitely some work for that number 84 here tonight. As Timothy going to go all the way up to the wall. He is struggling a little bit here as they come out of turn number 4. Andrew Register down on the bottom in that number 52. Good run for him here so far as they come out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Oh, I say that. I jinxed him. Go straight. Oh, he got contact, but he gets it going straight. He got it going straight. Oh, still getting hit. Hold on. Everybody's got to hit Andrew. No pudding for you, Lily. That was honestly my bad, Andrew, because I was just talking about how you were having a good run. Back up to the front, it's going to be Damian Ward leading the way. Timothy Mesmer in second. Landon Moody down on the bottom side looking for third. Up underneath, Swank side by side out of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway. A lot of respect between these two drivers right here. Good friends as they head through turn number 3 and 4 as Timothy is closed in on the back bumper of the number 32 of Damian Ward as they come out of turn number 4. We got a battle starting the brew for the lead as they come down the front straightaway into 1 and 2. It's going to be interesting if these guys get some lap traffic as Timothy is going to let Ward know he's there as they come out of turn number 2. Chrome horn on as they head into turn number 3 and 4. Timothy has got that top side digging, but he's got to find somewhere to take all that momentum as they come out of turn number 4 down the front straightaway. Down into turn number 1 and 2. Timothy's got a really good entry up on the top side of turn number 1 and 2. Gives him a great run through the middle as Register going to have some more issues at the back as we move back up to the front. Battle for the lead as Timothy is all over the back of Ward. Right now, things have calmed down a little bit as they are 12 laps into this one, down into turn number 1 and 2. Timothy trying to find some speed to catch that number 32 as they come out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. Edwards is going to have some issues at the back. Will that be he toes, but the yellow comes out. Let's go see what happened to Gary Edwards here. They just met in the middle, and Gary is going to rip. And he is going to go ahead and take the tow as we get the caution flag here once again. Timothy out front leading the way. Or no, sorry, Damian out front leading the way. Yeah. I looked at the ticker and thought the same thing. All right, that was a good little run there, though. I will say that as these guys come out of turn at number 4, looks like Kyle Todd going to jump down on pit road as they head into turn at number 1 and 2. No, there was nothing you could do there. Brundage got in the back end, then everybody just kind of... There wasn't a lot anybody could do after Brundage got into you. Everybody was trying to stack it up. It's just so... They're so on edge. They're so fun to drive, though. No, I just talk too much. I'm not an old man, Riley. Gonna put you in timeout. All right, we are going to get ready to stack them up here once again. I think it's going to be 1 to go this time by. We are 1 to go. All right, stacking them up 2 by 2, looking for the green flag this time by. It is going to be Damian Ward leading the way. Timothy Mesmer in second as they come down the back straightaway. All right, so Moody's slowly working his way back up through the field. He has a little bit of work to do here tonight. Definitely not an easy one for him. Yeah, it's so easy to do in these. You got to get in a rhythm. These green flag laps actually mean a lot. Green flag is out as they come down into turn number 1 and 2. Great start by Timothy on the outside. Here comes Swank up underneath, though. Timothy going to get a good run out of 2, but Swank is there. Oh, no. Register going to get killed at the back. Typical crash register fashion as they head through turn number 3 and 4. Out of turn number 4, down the front straightaway. It is going to be single file for most of the field. A little bit of a battle back here as Anderson has worked his way up. Anderson's another one that doesn't catch a lot of luck right now in that number 6 position. He had a tough time when we went to Kern. He is looking to have a better run here tonight as they head through turn number 3 and 4. I can't remember how he did last week. Moody looking up underneath Swank out of turn number 4. Can't get the run off as they head down the front straightaway. Down into turn number 1 and 2. He's going to slide. No, it's not there. Has to back out of it. Swank back to the outside. Oh, it was almost there for Moody, just not confident enough as they head through turn number 3 and 4. It's going to be D. Ward leading the way as they come out of turn number 4. Will the nurse deliver here tonight in that number 32 machine? Yeah, that's right. That's right. I remember now. Yep. He had a rough one then. Houston's, I think, was even rougher, if I remember correctly. He's fast. He's just got to put the whole thing together. That's, I think, kind of where we're at right now. Here comes Timothy looking for the lead. Everybody hit the wall in 3 and 4. Timothy going to go for the slide. Slides in 1 and 2. Moody just behind him trying to get around Swank still. Big cut down by D. Ward out of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway, looking for turn number 3 and 4. D. Ward back to the point, going to slide up the track. Look for Timothy to get the run off at turn number 4. Little tap on the wall. Timothy up underneath, down the front straightaway. Drag race for the lead in a 1 and 2. Look for the slide job here. Here comes Timothy to the top of the track as Ward back with the cut down. Out of turn number 2, down the back straightaway. Here comes Ward back to the point into turn number 3 and 4. He's going to slide up the track. Timothy going to get a great run again here in turn number 3. Not sure who's going to come up ahead on this battle, but Timothy looks to be inching forward. Not sure who had it at the line that time by. Timothy going to slide up the track, takes the lead again into turn number 1 and 2. Big run for D. Ward. Ward going to get a good run down the back straightaway. He's going to have to toss it in a little bit harder this time at 3 and 4. This is going to hurt him. Here comes Timothy back on the inside. Will we have a new... caution comes out. That was starting to get good. Oh, that was getting good. All right, let's go see what happened to Corbin here. Oh, he got a little sideways there, and Todd just barely clips him. Oh, he almost makes it around Todd. Hard into the wall. Corbin goes around, caution, flag is out. That was starting to get real good up at the front. That might have been a good thing for Ward. He was starting to lose that battle for the lead. So this might have been a big break for the number 32 here. As we got a great race going on here tonight as they come out of turn number 4 down the front straightaway. Wow, that was some good racing right there. Great racing up at the front. All right, so we are going to go ahead and stack them up once again as they come across the line. These guys are ready to go now. I don't know if Kyle Todd is going to be able... No, it looks like he is out. I think it has marked him out. As they come across the line, it is open hosted every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I don't know if anybody's on pit road and can get out, but we are one to go now. All right, so we are going to look for that green flag this time by as they come down the back straightaway. Let's see if we can get this battle going once again. If you click on my profile, Nate, by the way, thank you for the let him cook. If you click on my profile, not tonight, this is the only one tonight, but if you click on my profile, my Discord is in there. Green flag is out as they come out of turn number 4 down the front straightaway. Going to be Damian Ward with a good start this time into turn number 1 and 2. Here comes Swank. Swank looking for the lead in 1 and 2. Out of turn number 2, down the back straightaway. Moody going to get a good run, but Swank in that number 3 spot. Giving the pressure to Timothy Mesmer as Moody going to move to the bottom in turn number 3 and 4. Out of turn number 4, down the front straightaway. Oh, battle starting to brew for that number 2 spot. That is exactly what D. Ward needs. Here comes Moody, though, looking for third into turn number 1 and 2. He's going to get Swank out of 2. No, Swank's going to come back on the outside. He should have closed that up every time. Andrew just cannot win. He cannot win. Out of turn number 4, down the front straightaway, down into turn number 1 and 2. We're going to go ahead and clear that black. Register's going to go to the bottom. He's going to get out of the way as the field comes around. Out of turn number 2, down the back straightaway. Big run for Timothy on the outside. Side by side into turn number 3 and 4. Ward was looking for something. Timothy going to grab the wall out of turn number 4. Gets the pop off. Big run out of turn 4. New race leader at the line. It's going to be Timothy Mesmer into turn number 1 and 2. Moody starting to pick up the pace again in that number 84, looking for third. He has picked up that pace. He has nosed. It's getting close to go time as we close in on the halfway point as they head through turn number 3 and 4. Battle for the lead as they come out of turn number 4 down the front straightaway. Top 4 all looking real fast right now, and do not count out Jalen Mills, Logan Anderson, and Drew Dawson. Those guys do have some speed too, and Brundage trying to make his way forward in that number 23. Back up to the front. Here comes Moody trying to slide the 6. Can't quite get there as they come out of turn number 4. Swank going to keep the spot down the front straightaway into 1 and 2. Down into turn number 1 and 2. You don't have to buy the NASCAR experience pass, smart ass. As they come out of turn number 2, down the back straightaway, Moody is turning on his hacks. Yeah. All right, we're halfway through. Moody's going to turn on his hacks now. Down the front straightaway into turn number 1 and 2. Timothy going to bang the wall. Ward looking for some speed in that number 32. Can't keep with. Wow. Timothy's going to ride the wall down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. I mean, if it's working, I'm not going to bitch at him. If he's going to do it, I'm not going to tell Ward he can't. Down into turn number 1 and 2. Here comes Ward. Ward's going to ride it in that number 32 as they come out of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway. Timothy is pulling away from the field. Timothy is pulling away from the field. Moody trying to find his way around Swank. He knows he's got some speed, but he's got to find his way around these guys as they come out of turn number 4. 28 laps complete. We got 22 to go. He's got to clear that slide. He's got to clear it. He's got to start the slide battle with Swank in order to have an opportunity here. Right now, he is stuck in that number 4 spot. He's got to get aggressive here. Swank's going to grab the wall. Will it hurt him? No, that's going to give him the run off of turn number 4 down the front straightaway. Moody going to roll the bottom into turn number 1 and 2. If that bottom comes in, Moody might be in a pretty good spot in that number 84. Big run out of turn number 2 for Michael Swank. Down into turn number 3 and 4. Thank you. Out of turn number 4, it's going to be Timothy Mesmer leading the way. Damian Ward second, Swank in third. Landon Moody fourth, Jalen Mills in fifth. We got a battle back here. Let's go take a look and see what is happening. We got Drew Dawson and Logan Anderson. You didn't lose me. I stopped talking at the mic. Yeah, I know they're all on the same team. I actually ran into them in a server. That's how they found out about me. Oh, Moody, you should have cleared it. You should have cleared it. He's playing it safe right now. Like I said, he's a little rusty. He's trying to figure out where that car is. As I hear something in the back. Caution flag comes out. Sounded like a big wreck. Cameron Jacobs going around, maybe? Oh, he's by himself. I heard it. I heard it in the background. Oh, he got loose. Oh, he's just going to... He got off the track before the leaders got there. I see why it sounded like so much noise. I see why it sounded like so much noise as we get the caution flag. Hold on. It's showing you still on the lead lap on iRacing. They didn't complete a lap when you went a lap down, so I think you are still technically on the lead lap. It'll correct it once we go back green. All right, so 11 cars left as we are going to get ready to duke it out. It's going to be Timothy Mesmer in the lead. Damian Ward in second, Swank and Moody and Jalen Mills. Look, don't count out Mills, Dawson, or Anderson. Do not count out those guys. The big tracks are a little bit more difficult with that. The smaller tracks progress a little bit better. That's why we tend to run more smaller tracks. I'm hoping it does. There's still quite a few laps left, so it could get interesting. Yeah, I just clicked up the iRacing timing just to make sure. Go away, you bum. Yeah, I get a lot of those between Twitch and I get more spam on Twitch and Kick than I do anywhere else. Pace car is in. Green flag is out. Big stack up at the front. Oh, was there a little bit of gameplay in there on the start as Timothy going to jump up to the top? Here comes Swank as, Moody going to get stuck in the middle in that number 4 spot. He's going to clear Mills down the back straightaway into 3 and 4. Mills going to toss it up there in 3 and 4. Almost gets into Moody. Moody's going to get to the top side of Swank. That is what Moody needed. He's going to jump the top side down the front straightaway, looking for turn number 1 and 2. Down into turn number 1 and 2. Swank has got that bottom side digging pretty good. It looks like he's going to keep the number 3 spot as they come out of turn number 2. So that bottom side is looking like it wants to go. Moody's going to shove it up in there. Can't get the slide as Swank is all over the back of Ward. Ward going to dig up underneath Mesmer as they come down the front straightaway into 1 and 2. Ward going to slide up in turn number 1 and 2. Here comes Timothy Mesmer. He's going to split the difference down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. Licks the stamps and sends it into turn number 3 up the track. Ward's going to get the bump off the wall. Let's see if he can get the run out of turn number 4. All over the back of Timothy. He's pushing him down the front straightaway. Down into turn number 1 and 2. That could be a good little strategy there. Mess up his entry. Slides him up in turn number 1 and 2. Cut down by Timothy as they come out of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway. Timothy going to get the run. Down the back stretch into turn number 3 and 4. Up the track for Timothy. Back to the point, but here comes Ward. Back down low out of turn number 4. Down the front straightaway into turn number 1 and 2. Looks like Ward's starting to come ahead on this battle here for the lead. Timothy going to run the cut down the back straightaway, looking for turn number 3 and 4. He's going to have a good run into turn number 3. Slides up the track. Let's see if Ward can get the run off of 4. Too much wall there. Nope. Able to stay in the throttle out of turn number 4. Down the front straightaway. Yeah, it was too much wall for Ward. Ward's going to lose some of that ground as they head into 1 and 2. Here comes Moody. Moody looking to the outside of Swank, trying to get that number 3 spot. Swank is working that cut down. That cut down might be starting to come in out of turn number 2. Here comes Ward. Ward going to toss it up in 3 and 4. A little bit of contact between him and Timothy. Big save by Ward. Timothy up underneath. Down the front straightaway. Here comes Swank once again in the number 6. He's going to toss it into 1 and 2. Here comes Moody to the bottom. They're almost 4 wide for the lead in 1 and 2. Moody's going to get a decent run off the bottom. He makes contact with Swank. Big bobble there out of turn number 2. Down into turn number 3 and 4 as they head through 3 and 4. Contact as Ward gets in the back of Timothy. He goes around. Caution flag comes out. Caution flag comes out. It was getting real tight here. Caution laps do not count. Oh. Big contact there. Timothy goes around. All right, so as most of you guys know, I do not do EOLs typically. If you feel like you need an EOL, you're more than welcome to drive down the pit road. We kind of, race how you're raced, honor system type thing here. And we let people choose on whether or not they want to give themselves an EOL or not. All right, so these guys are going to stop on the back straightaway waiting for the pace car to pull around. Yeah, Moody's in second. Well, we'll see. I don't know where Ward technically is. I think Ward is technically in second or first. We'll see if he gives himself an EOL here or not. He does not as they come out of turn number 4 down the front straightaway. It should be 1 to go here. It is going to be a 2x2 start as we are like 12 laps to go, I believe. Let me check this. No. It is 1 to green, 1 to green. They're going to stack them up. Looks like we are going to get a 11 lap shootout here. Damian Ward does not give himself the UL. That'll be interesting to see how Timothy feels when he gets up there. It definitely was an accident. It was tight racing. Everybody was real close. Definitely not intentional. As they come out of turn number 4, pace car is in. Green flag is out. Green flag is out as they come down the front straightaway. Here comes Moody in that number 84. He's going to slide up in front of Swank. Swank back with the cut down out of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway. Here comes Swank up underneath down into turn number 3 and 4. Could Swank pull the upset here tonight? Timothy going to jump to the outside. He's trying to find his way around these guys in the back. Big jump there as Brundage gets turned sideways out of turn number 4. Big save for Brundage as they head into turn number 1 and 2. Moody's going to slide Swank. Swank going to try to come back with the cut down. I think Moody has won that battle. And look at this. Drew Dawson up in the mix as they come down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. Here comes Swank looking up underneath Moody. Ward's going to catch the wall. That is a little too much wall. That's going to allow Moody to catch him out of turn number 4. Down the front straightaway into turn number 1 and 2. Someone's, what the hell? That is wild. This sounds like your type of game, Demon. Down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. It is going to be 8 laps to go when they cross the line here. Things are starting to get interesting as Timothy has almost raced his way back up into the top 4. Anderson around. Caution flag. No caution flag as they head into turn number 1 and 2. Slide job for Moody for the lead. Cut down by Ward out of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. Here comes Ward looking for the lead once again. Slides up the track. Moody going to look for the cut down out of turn number 4. Don't look now. Timothy is closing the gap as Moody is going to lead that time by into turn number 1 and 2. Moody to the point. We got contact back there as the Dawson and Swank get together. Here comes Ward back again for the lead. Slides up the track. Here comes Moody back with the cut down out of turn number 4, looking for the line. Oh, big wreck out of turn number 4. Caution comes out. Let's see what happens here. Oh, they get the wall. Oh, Swank's going to go around. Oh, Timothy's going to get... That is unfortunate as the caution flag comes out here once again tonight. Wow. Moody to the point in the number 84. Oh, I believe it. All right, it is going to be interesting here. Swank with a little bit of over rotation there in that number 6 machine gets turned around and collects Timothy Mesmer in the number 30 machine. Unfortunate for him as they are going to get a shootout here. It is going to be 4 laps to go when they take the green flag. 4 or 5. Hold on, let me check. It's going to be 5 laps to go when they take the green flag. Landon Moody out front. Damian Ward second. Drew Dawson third. Swank in fourth. Mills in fifth. It has been a wild one here tonight. I am definitely interested to see what's going to happen here. This is going to get wild. Yeah, Damian's going to have to get up on the wheel. He is definitely going to have to get up on the wheel. Moody has woken up in that number 84. Honestly, some great racing here tonight. I know Timothy's probably not happy. He's unfortunately gotten caught up twice as we look for the green flag this time by. Going green this time if you are on pit road. Nope, looks like everybody's out. All right, guys. 4-lap shootout here tonight. It is going to be Landon Moody, Damian Ward, Drew Dawson, Michael Swank, and Jalen Mills, your top 5, as we are looking for the green flag. Dawson has started to turn it up here late, currently in that number 3 spot. Pace truck is in. Green flag is out. Green flag is out as they come out of turn number 4, down into 1 and 2. Going to be Moody leading the way as Mills going to try to take that number 4 spot. Gets up underneath Swank out of turn number 2, down the back straightaway. Moody looking to toss it off into the sunset as they head into turn number 3 and 4. Mills is tossing it in hard right now as Swank going to grab the wall as they come out of turn number 4. Moody has a bobble. Ward's going to try to close the gap. Now we got 4 laps to go. Out of turn number 2, down the back straightaway, looking for turn number 3 and 4. Going to be Moody leading the way. Let's jump back. This is where it's really interesting. They are door to door as Brundage and Anderson. Oh, Brundage going to smoke the wall in turn number 3. Big hit for Brundage. Timothy going to cut up underneath him. Oh, Ward's going to get stuck up in the wall. That's going to cost him. Moody's going to drive it out of turn number 2. Pulls away down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. Ward is giving it all she's got as we got a great battle here for that number 4 spot. Jalen going to almost take out Swank. Big bobble out of Jalen. Anderson going to take him to the outside. Move Anderson up into that number 5 spot. Dawson now going to put the pressure on D. Ward as they come out of turn number 2. 2 laps to go. Down the back straightaway, looking for turn number 3 and 4. White flag is in the air. Can Moody take his comeback with a win as they come out of turn number 4? 1 lap to go. 1 lap to go as they head into turn number 1 and 2. Down the back straightaway, Moody down into turn number 3. He's going to ride the wall in that number 84. Out of turn number 4. Don't screw it up. He's going to bang the wall a little too much in 3 and 4. Doesn't cost him. Down the front straightaway. Landon Moody going to take the win. Damian Ward in second. Dawson, Swank, and Anderson, your top 5. Wow. What a race. What a race. Moody taking the win. It is going to be Landon Moody with the win here tonight. Damian Ward, Drew Dawson, Michael Swank, Logan Anderson, your top 5. Nick Brundage is going to be 6. Jalen Mills in 7th. Timothy Mesmer in 8th. Corbin Mooney in the number 9 spot. Jared Jackson in 10th. Cameron Jacobs in 11th. Going to be Andrew Register in the number 12 spot. Kyle Todd in 13th. Gary Edwards 14th. Chris Sleep 15th. And Robbie Swan in that number 16 spot. What a race. What a race. Everybody's funneling their way in. What a race here tonight. They're saying Moody comes back after a vacation with a dub. Good on him and his ex. I don't think you're doing a Nikki B interview tonight, Ward.
Yeah, back to back, right?
All right, man. What a race. What a race. Michelle saying he's back, talking about Moody, but great run here tonight. Honestly, some good racing. I know couple little incidents, but honestly, good racing, good hard racing. Drew, you bring it home in 3rd here tonight. What a hard fought battle there. You just had to keep it in there, and you got quick at the end.
Yeah, I honestly don't feel like I ran that good of a race. Felt pretty sloppy. I had some pretty close calls and got kind of rough with some people. I definitely didn't mean to, but had a awful start, and all my restarts didn't feel too hot. But I mean, we finished 3rd, so that's a plus, I guess. But did not feel good. Don't feel deserving of it, but we'll take it.
This was a tough crowd here tonight. There was a lot of good guys in here. Definitely not easy competition, including your own team. You guys were back there fighting real hard. I mean, I feel like these big tracks don't race as good as the small tracks, but as far as the big tracks are concerned, Knoxville gets pretty racy.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. I mean, the guys out front were just, I didn't have anything for them, but I mean, a lot of crashes at the end that got me to where I was. I honestly feel like I should have been about 6th place, but I mean, it wasn't bad at all. I had a good time.
Great run here tonight. Why don't you give a shout out to friends, family, sponsors?
Yeah, I'll shout out Chris, Jalen, and Logie Dog.
Appreciate you, bud. Good run. Damian Ward. A little bit of controversy there at one point. Man, that was just good hard racing. You had Swank up underneath you. I think a little bit of over rotation out of Timothy coming out of the corner, make some contact. But, man, that racing up front, you and Timothy had a hell of a battle, and then you and Moody.
Yeah, finally didn't suck in qualifying. So I knew I had to watch Moody. You can never count him out, even if he doesn't qualify good. and I just kind of tried to stay out front for as long as I could, and I didn't know where to be. I kind of was just throwing it in there, slamming on the gas pedal. I had no clue what I was doing out front, and once he got by me, I saw what he was doing, and I had picked up on it pretty well, and then I started to do a little better than him on it. And I don't know if he spun the tires or got loose or something, but I had Swank coming up, him getting loose in front of me. I didn't necessarily know what to do. So I kind of just, it was kind of a sandwich deal. I couldn't cut down to get around him because
Yeah,
I
yeah,
don't know.
Swank.
It was
It
kind
was
of a really,
it was really intense. I mean, honestly, you had 4 of you guys, and Swank is no slouch either. I should have included him when I said the 3. I mean, somehow Swank had the bottom side rolling better than everybody else.
I didn't, I attempted to go down there once, and that's when Tim got by me. But after that, it's almost like in clean air, I wasn't able to really do anything. I needed someone right in front of me to know what I was doing. And I made one mistake, and Moody just got too far out for me to try to reel him back in.
Yeah, I saw you grabbed a lot of wall there and definitely had that trouble. But phenomenal run here tonight. Obviously, you had your friends and family out there rooting for you. Robert was out there rooting for you. Why don't you go ahead and give a shout out to friends, family, sponsors?
Yeah, I got to thank everybody that comes in and watches week in and week out. And Moody, Swank for the good hard racing. You for putting on the stream, CFM, all the guys over in our Discord. What else? I feel like I'm forgetting somebody, something. Fuck it.
There's always someone. You got a long list, but good run here tonight, and maybe we'll see you next week.
Possibly. I know Tim's looking forward to it.
He'll be over it by next week.
Okay.
Moody, man, you had to shake the rust off here tonight. Took a little bit. It was not an easy one. And if all races to come back, you had a hell of a field to race.
Yeah, he ain't kidding. I mean, really wasn't. It took me a while to finally get my rhythm again. I really needed the long runs to play out, and I mean, it did. We had long runs to an extent, but it wasn't. I would try to. It really didn't get till about probably the last 15, 20 laps there until I really got it figured out. The top lane was the line to go, the line the whole race, and it took me a while to figure it out. And I feel like I was really over rotating the car almost too much to get it in the corner. I was really fighting loose on entry, but that was just me being over aggressive on the throttle and just lack of seat time. But overall, I mean, that was a heck of a race. I really had to earn that one for sure. It wasn't a typical. Wasn't out front leading the whole deal. Wish I'd have qualified a little bit better, but I got put behind a little bit in the heat race, and I was able to recover back to where I started. So I guess I did all right there. But other than that, that was a heck of a race.
Well, obviously, your mom was out there. Your dad was out. I'm sure your dad was out there watching too. Official Smile says, Moody's my guy. Love you, Moody, my favorite MDiTV driver. And then says, tell Moody I said, let's go and good job. Man, this car is such a rhythm car, and ironically, that's the hard part about getting these green flag laps is you got to get in that rhythm in order to get the green flag laps. But when when you have a caution, it's hard to get in that rhythm, especially when you've been away for a while. I mean, how bad does that psychologically mess with you when you get those caution flags and you need to just get in the car and put some laps in and get a rhythm going so you can try and move forward?
It was definitely tough there. I mean, I did a good many practice laps, but I mean not as many as I needed to do. But still, I mean, either way, it definitely took a while to knock off the rust there. The heat race definitely that was the real test to see if I could still do it. So, but I mean, I still got an all right finish out of it. Didn't get wrecked or nothing. So I mean, but yeah, like I said, it's just like you said, the long runs meant so much in this race, and with this track, 50 laps is a long race here in Knoxville, considering how big of a track it is. So I knew if we could get some long runs, I feel like I would be all right. And we had enough of them, but it took a while to finally find the mojo again, and it was definitely it was one of the more challenging races I've had in this series for sure. But had to earn it, that's for sure.
For sure. MRT, thank you for the follow. Robert, I'm going to try to stay warm. It's going to be cold this weekend. Moody's the one you got to worry about. He might get some snow and ice, but
yeah, you got that right. We got ice. We got slush Mageddon over here in the Carolinas, so, or snow Mageddon, whatever you want to call it.
Whatever it is, it's too much for you guys. But a great run here tonight.
Yeah, it's too much.
Great run for you here tonight. Why don't you go ahead and give a shout out to friends, family, sponsors?
Well, thank you for putting on this deal. All the guys that came out tonight that raced, felt good to come back. Feel good to be back, and hopefully we can try to salvage some points here. I don't know where we're at in the point standings, but we got a couple weeks here to try to get it back. Got some good tracks coming up. All the guys at 3D Racing, yeah, like I said, everybody who raced out tonight, Swank, Damien, Drew, all those guys, Timothy, he got right there at the end, and all the friends and family watching. And I want to give a quick shout out. Christopher Bracey, he helped me get my computer back going, so I want to give him a shout out too. Appreciate it.
Good run, and I'll be over there. I'm sure Timothy needs a hug right about now, so I'll be over there in a few minutes.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, bud. All right, great run here tonight. Phenomenal race. Definitely interesting. A lot of drama playing out. I can't wait till next week. But tomorrow we got a little bit of Wood action. Make sure you guys stay tuned for those updates over in the Discord and on the Facebook. And as always, until next time, guys, be safe and have a good night. See you.